Good afternoon, Japan. Good afternoon, rest of the world. My name is Kaz. I'm a Japanese entrepreneur who recently moved to Singapore at the end of 2021. Today, I'm going to talk about the comparison of the price on restaurant, supermarket, or izakaya between Singapore and Japan, which is more relatively expensive or cheaper. I'm going to talk about my feelings since I almost stay in Singapore for 90 days. So if you are interested in today's video, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to talk about general price of say restaurant, supermarket, or general merchandise, how the price compared to my home country, Japan. So generally speaking, overall, Singapore and Japan relatively similar. It's not that much difference, but I think the Singapore is a little bit more expensive than Japan, but not too much, but a little bit more expensive. Compared to US, and of course US is a lot more expensive, but compared to Singapore and Japan, I think it's about same. But if you go to the restaurant with alcohol, definitely Singapore is going to be more expensive because in Singapore the alcohol tax is higher than Japan, so the beer, even though the cheapest price is probably about $7 Singapore dollar, but usually about $10 to $15, something like that. So the alcohol is actually more expensive in Singapore. And when it comes to regular food, I know in Japan they got Yoshinoya, Matsuya, these kind of like fast food restaurants that you can eat a bowl of meal for about like 360 yen, something like that. In Singapore, we also got the hawker center, and then you can eat like basic food for like $2-3. So that I think that part is similar. You can find the cheap price in Japan. You can find the cheap price in Singapore as well. In the US, right now, everything's so expensive, so that even the fast food restaurant, you're gonna easily pay over $10 US. In US, I found it was very difficult to find cheap stuff. Supermarket, I think it's also similar, but in Singapore, I think I'm spending a little bit more compared to Japan. I think the supermarket is a little bit more expensive here as well. Yeah, and then even the regular restaurant, I think we pay a little bit more in Singapore as well. So I can say how Japan is very cheap overall. Of course, even in Japan, there are some of the places extremely expensive. That's true. But in Singapore, I think the price is a little bit more pricey. But the good thing about Singapore is all the Chinese food or the Western food, they are all mixed culture, so that every cuisine has from somewhere from the low price to high-end price you can choose. But in Japan, say for example, if you are trying to go to the vegan restaurant, it's hard to find, so that when you find it, it's a little bit more pricey. In Singapore, you can easily find a vegan restaurant or Chinese restaurant, Indian restaurant, US restaurant. You can find pretty much any country's cuisine at a very low price, because in Singapore, a lot of people from overseas actually living here in Singapore, so that the prices are more localized for the student. Yeah. So say for example, the drinks, for example, if you want to buy a Coke Zero, or 500 ml Coke Zero, in Singapore, even the supermarket is about $1.50, whereas in Japan, you can get it for like 88 yen or 90 yen kind of thing. So, and then if you go to the 7-Eleven, for example, the bottle of Coke is probably about $2.30 kind of thing. So that I think it's a little bit more expensive than Japan. So overall, it's similar, but I think that general groceries, restaurants, a little bit more expensive here in Singapore. It's not too bad though. It's not too bad, but a little bit more pricey than Japan. Anyway, so today it's just a short video of general comparison of the price between Singapore and Japan. Especially I like the highball too, so I'm gonna buy whiskey. Kaku highball in Japan, it's about 1,000 yen, something like that. Here in Singapore, it's about $80. And the tourist highball in Japan is about 800 yen or 900 yen. Here in Singapore, it's about $65. So that for the 700 ml bottle. like hibiki kind of thing. It's easy goes to like $400, $500 in Singapore. That side in here, it's about the cheapest one is about $200, $300 kind of thing. So that everything, all the alcohol is a lot more expensive here in Singapore. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe my channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload new video. And please follow my Twitter because I'm tweeting live in Singapore. And then thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope I see you guys tomorrow. Bye.